Everyman Driver Nation, welcome back to What's the Difference? Hashtag WTD. It may or may not catch on. Class is in session. I am Professor Dave, and today we're doing a comparison between two 5-passenger 4-door mid-size sedans based on your suggestions left below my previous videos in this series. So before we get started, if you have a suggestion you want to see me do a comparison on, let me know in the comment section below. What we're doing really here is using data points, and I started off with 10, now I have 11. I'm adding range in here based on some of the things that you guys were suggesting. Range, so you can get a better picture. What this is really telling a story, reading between the lines of the numbers. Yeah, you can drive a car, you can look at some of the technology features, but once we do a side-by-side comparison, we can really start to understand where the differences lie. And it is, again, this is just based on the 11 points that I have here. Both these vehicles came out around the same time. They started producing the Kia Optima around 2000, the Mazda6 around 2003. So they've had a similar lifespan and a chance to develop and redesign, re-engineer, and all that kind of stuff. So we have a 2017 version, and hopefully you can see the difference between the two in this video. We'll go ahead and begin with trim levels with the Mazda6. There are 3 of them. There is a Sport, there is a Touring, and I'll just put GT, Grand Touring. There are 5 trim levels with our Kia Optima. By the way, I have done detailed reviews on both of these cars over the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, so you can see my reviews of them here on my YouTube channel. This is just one more piece of the puzzle that puts it all together and in perspective during your shopping process, because I know a lot of you go online to do your shopping and research. So we're looking at an EX. There's an LX 2.4, that's what they call it. There's an LX 1.6 turbo. That's right, the Kia Optima offers a turbo. The Mazda6 does not for 2017. There is an LX, whoops, I just said that. My bad. There is an SX. This has a 2.0 turbo, that's how they label it. Then there's an SXL, that stands for limited, and that too is a 2.0 turbo. Okay? So that's just the trim levels. Engines on the Mazda6, you've got 1 engine option, 2 transmissions. 2.5 liter, inline 4. This gets 184 horses, 185 pound-feet of torque. There is I'll put it right here, 6-speed automatic and a 6-speed manual transmission on the Mazda6. 3 combinations on the Kia Optima for engines. And as you're seeing here, you kind of see how they have this labeled 2.4, 1.6, 2.0. That's what we're doing. So we got a 2.4 liter inline 4. That's 1 engine, 185 horses, 178 pound-feet of torque. There is the 1.6 liter turbo inline 4, 178, 195. And the 2 liter turbo inline 4, boom, 245, 260. 2 transmission options as well. We got a 6-speed, I'll put it right here, 6-speed, oh my gosh, I did it last time too. 6 is a 6, not a G. 6 automatic transmission, and there's a 7-speed, I'm gonna put DC because that stands for dual clutch. So start to let this sink in on the differences between the two and the options you have. Now we're gonna move on to fuel economy, and I like to pick the best case scenario on fuel economy. With that, I'm gonna use a different color so it stands out. Mazda6, I'll put it over here. 27, that's your city. 35, highway. Something like that. Now, to achieve this 2735, you need to get the 6-speed automatic in the GT, and this one has what Mazda calls IE-loop technology, which is regenerative braking. So what they're doing is recycling energy in the vehicle to create a more efficient vehicle. So they're able to eke out a little bit more fuel economy with that in the GT with the 6-speed automatic transmission and this IE loop technology. So they've done that to create this best case scenario. Now, best case scenario over here on the Optima, looking good. I'll put it just right here. 2837, and for this one, you'd have to go with the, where do I put it? The LX 1.6 liter turbo. That's what you do. That's the best case scenario for this fuel economy city highway. Making sense? Okay, now it's starting to get interesting. The picture is starting to develop. We're starting to see the lines. Fuel tank, this is interesting, 18.5 gallon fuel tank. I'll change color here. 16.4 gallon fuel tank. Okay? Big difference. 2 more gallons that you're carrying around. But range, check this out. I'll go black. 426 miles city driving based on this best case scenario, and 574 on the highway, again based on your best case scenario here. Seems decent, but watch this. This is pretty incredible. Range 518 city, 684 highway. Let that soak in a little bit on what these two cars are offering. Get a lot better fuel economy, more options, more power. Pretty impressive. Now, how much do the cars weigh? That's kind of a factor sometimes. I'm just going to go, let's see, over here. You're looking between 30, well, I'll just do the exact numbers, 3,240 pounds to 3,305, something like that. Because, you know, you only have 3 trim levels, and so not much of a difference there. Curb weight over here. Not a big range either. Width of these vehicles, gosh, follow me here. 73.2 inches. Width 72.4. Length, very similar. 191.1, 191.5. Not really a difference between the two. But I think the key here is, how do these vehicles utilize that width and length for passenger volume? Big difference. Check this out. Watch now. 99.7. This is what we call cubic feet. 104.8 cubic feet. My question is, how does Kia Optima utilize the same size vehicle on the outside width and length and still get 5 more cubic feet of interior volume for their passengers? Super impressive. And they also give you 15.9 cubic feet in the trunk, whereas Mazda gets you 14.8. So engineers in Kia, they're doing something right. Again, the Kia came out in the 2000, whereas the Mazda was 2003. So maybe Optima had a little more time to figure it out. I don't know. I'm just telling you. Okay, we're gonna finish this off with the all-important bottom line, MSRP. And we're gonna do the range from lowest trim level to highest trim level without any extras. So with the Mazda, you're looking at 21,945 to 30,695. This does not include the destination fee, which is usually about $850 they add onto it. And then MSRP on our Optima, 22,200 to 36,90. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what does that picture tell you if you're doing some shopping comparison between the very stylish and sporty looking Mazda6 and the Kia Optima, which also is a sporty looking vehicle, very classic, very it's upscale. You'll see a lot more in my detailed reviews of what these cars are about on the looks and how it looks for the passenger in it and how I can put cargo volume. But here we go. You asked for it. That's what's the difference between the Mazda 6 and the Kia Optima. Again, if you have any suggestions on upcoming videos and cars I should do comparisons with, leave it in the comment section below. Until that happens, class is dismissed. You're free to go and enjoy recess. Adios. Hey guys, it's Dave. I just want to say thanks once again for supporting Everyman Driver and watching my videos. Can you do me a small favor? The next time you're in the market for a new or used car and want to schedule a test drive or just want to get a really great price quote from a dealership of your choice in your zip code, click on the link below and fill out a short form. It's car.show/Everyman Driver. Now it's totally free to you and there's no obligation whatsoever to buy or lease anything. It's just a quick and easy way for you to help support my work and keep this channel going. There's also a free phone number, 844-765-0610, and you can talk to a car segment specialist for car shopping advice and direction. That call is also free to you. The link again, car.show/Everyman Driver. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again.